I'm Kyle Ferrill, back to talk more about the Singer's Checklist. If you want to read the original blog post, the link is in the comments below. And please check out the other videos. I'm going to do a short one for each of the 12 steps. Step 2 is knowing the background of your piece. If you're singing something that's from a larger work, it's absolutely mandatory to know the context from which it comes. It would be crazy to not know what the bigger piece is that it comes from. And most of the things that we sing are either from an opera, a musical, an oratorio, or a song cycle if they're not just standalone pieces. In each of those cases, you want to know what the piece is, where your piece fits in, what the context is, what happened just before your piece happens, what happens just after your piece happens, etc. Nth degree, you really get to know the whole opera, you really get to know the whole song cycle or whatnot, but at very bare minimum, you have to know where it comes. You have to know that it's the first song in Ventreise or the 16th song and something like that. I would write that information on your sheet or somewhere in your notes with your music so that you can recall it, so that if somebody asks you, if your teacher asks you, you know that, a very ready recall. I would also know in every case the birth and death dates of the composer and the birth and death dates of the poet, and at least a little something about both the composer and the poet or the librettist or whoever provided the text. Knowing just a little bit of information about those people really brings them more vividly to life. I even am a little bit of a dork, and I love to see pictures of composers and pictures of poets, and having laid eyes on what they looked like just makes them human to me, makes them helps me care about who they were as people and as artists. And rather than just being names on a page, they really come to life. I feel like I've gotten to know them somehow by seeing a picture or even a painting of them. So those are some things, very simple. Again, none of this is rocket science. None of this is revolutionary or new in much of any way. But doing them all in order will really help you to know the background of your pieces, will really help you to dot your I's and cross your T's as you learn your repertoire. Stay tuned for step 3.